truth no dey hard, but na who wan talk truth na dey hard. Make we lis ten to this our brother. We will come back, we will come talk.
About transparency and accountability in governance. What's wrong in probing the former governor?
You know, for me, that issue of probing, I see it as an attempt for them to calculate who amongst them controls the model Okpebholo. Because in government, what I learned while I was in government was that the advice you give to a governor, you do not even have the ability to say it outside. It's against the law for commission to say, I told the governor to do this. If Adasale Oshomole wanted to advise Model Okpebholo, he would have called him and said, start probing Obaski. But because he wanted to show that I was in charge, he took the mic. Please, so when Model Okpebholo starts probing Obaski, they will give him credits to it. Canterbury, Wiki had come now and has openly said, don't probe Colonel Obaseki. And Model Okpebholo agreed that I was going to probe Obaski when Adasale said, yes, probe Obaski. Everybody is now watching. Who is now the governor of our governor? Who will him obey? They put him on a crossroad. Is he going to obey Adasale Oshomole or is he going to obey Wiki? Because now it's an issue of public ego. One must be slighted.
But is there anything wrong in probing the former governor?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just telling you the situation that the man is in is a dilemma for him. See, I listen to what Ahmed Mamadou said, you know, for me, it's always very painful. Aside the fact that I'm a politician, I've also worked as a development worker. I know what development is. And when I speak about what is development, people make it look as though Sharakuba has been petty, being partisan. You may say Sharakuba, when I say he doesn't like Model Okpebholo, he doesn't like those government, wants the APC government to fail. That's not true. Do I love Model Okpebholo? Yes, Sharakuba, I love Model Okpebholo. But do I love Model Okpebholo as governor? No. Because I know and I think he's terrible at governance. When somebody comes into a state and you want to build wealth into prosperity, you build assets. The man was even making mention of a shop right. Those things bring money for you. See, there are investments you do. What you do as a governor, you focus on capital to build the asset of the state and develop the humans. In developing the humans, you pay key attention to health and education. Then when you're not going to building the assets, you now look at things that you will do that will generate revenue for you to support your infrastructural development. When Okpebholo came into government, what he did was that he took the 60 billion, because there was 30 billion in those treasury account, 16 billion in a Sobadek account, about 1.8 billion in those Inland Revenue Service, there was $2.5 million in a Dobes, another 5.7 grants we got from World Bank. Okpebholo went to go, he bought cars. After he bought cars again. After he bought cars again, he bought cars again. Then he bought buses, then he bought cars. All of those money went to the drain. To the extent that the man has not stayed 200 days in office. He's running to the responsibility to borrow 100 billion.
But his administration also reduced the debts
reduced
of federal states.
Then he borrowed he just borrowed the 100 billion and said reduce them. Are we children in this state? They begin to sell up half truth and outright lies. Model Okpebholo, he had not got into office. He ran to Ramapa. He went to commission a flyover. Nobody has told us today how much that flyover is worth. How will you carry 30 billion naira of a state resources and go and tie that on concrete when you have not done other strategic projects that will generate money? Because government is all about asset building things that will bring money for the state so that the state cannot strategically invest.
Is the flyover project not an
I won't say it's not good. He
project?
did one flyover project for almost 30. He now commissioned another one, not up to 6 months. You have locked 30 billion, almost 30 billion in one. You now went to Adesuwa, where you and I know Adesuwa does not have a gridlock that will keep somebody standing for 1 hour. He now said there's another 20 billion to do another flyover there. On the 25th of May, on the 25th of May, he gave approval for a 25% advance payment. That is to say, in less than 1 year, Model Okpebholo will lock down 30 billion in Ramah Park for stone and concrete. A road is not going to put toll gate in. Look, another 20 billion in Adesuwa. And today, Model Okpebholo could not pay salary. July salary was paid. June salary was paid on the 8th of July. See, I'm not guessing whether Model Okpebholo will pay. I know he's heading for the loss. It will fail faster than I previously thought. Because the way a man is administering the state, he will soon hit Waterloo. They are talking about Radisson, Obaski built shop price, he built this. Those things bring money for the state, whether you like it or not. And as the state begins to make more money, we have more money to invest in infrastructure and that kids.
Okay.
Let them make no mistake about.
By what you are saying, you seem to say that the flyover project is not economically a viable project. But, but if we look at the hours of traffic congestions and what that, if we translate it to, manpower in terms of economy, you know the losses we have on that?
Whether it's economically viable or not, you have to look at the books. It is depending on the money you have that will decide whether what you are doing is economically viable or not, even as an individual.
Okay.
Model Okpebholo will limit 60 billion. And in less than 200 days, is borrowing 100 billion. Put together, that's the most 160 billion spent.
I'll come back to you to make your final remarks. Let's join Ahmed Mamadou in 15 seconds.
Okay, but see, I know people say this thing. They say government is not about to make money. It's a sad thing. Because when Model Okpebholo cannot pay salary, you begin to wonder why it cannot pay. Government is not there to make money. That's why we have a Edo line today. See, the money that was spent in bringing Wike from River State, throwing party for him, and doing commissioning that did not hold, is enough money that even Edo line works for 1 year, they can't make such amount of money. So why are we not going to buy bus when we know that there's no profit in it and there's no benefit? So let them keep deceiving themselves because they make money. We'll soon dive rock.
So this about brother, so he makes some valid points. Though say I know say he himself work under the administration of Obaseki, but I don't expect make he come live TV, can't say anything against the administration of Obaseki. But he made some valid points, and we'll try to analyze them one after the other. Like in the area of probing, me personally, I don't dey wait for this probing, because I really want maybe say the probe Obaseki. Why I want me the probe Obaseki? If you as an administration, current administration, you believe say past administration say e get where they take thief Edo State money, it is only worthy of note that you probe the government. Even for this matter, you don't report to EFCC. For this same matter, you don't set up for Tima panel to probe Obaseki, and they have even came out to tell you this is the result of their findings. But a situation where yes or Wike come and say don't probe again, or Shomole come and say probe, I don't get. Oga, we are still waiting for this probing of Obaseki. I beg, probe Obaseki. Obaseki not dey far from us. So be say maybe if he's found guilty, he cannot be repatriated to Nigeria to come and face his J term. I beg, probe Obaseki. And again, he make valid points concerning building of institution that will generate money for the state. That was what Obaseki was known for. Obaseki built institution that generated money for the state. All this current administration can really boast of is federal project, the roads that they are doing. And those roads, we are talking about federal projects. These are not state projects. These are not state projects. They are federal projects. So the man is saying, Mr. Governor, build institution that will enhance the economy of the state. Build institutions that will bring will bring jobs opportunity for the people of the state, and at the same time generate money for the state. It is important. Just look at what the young man was saying, that Obaseki left so billions in this place, so billion in that place, so billion in that place. Yes, Obaseki left those billions because Obaseki invested so much in institutions, and he also brought private investors to the state that invested massively in the state. And that is the reason you see the increase in IGRO of Edo State in the time of Obaseki. So this man is not telling you that building of flyovers is not good. This man is not telling you that construction of roads is not good. But the man is telling you still also build institutions that will help the IGRO of the state. Is important. Institutions that will create job opportunity for the state. Just look at EMOA, for example. EMOA, when that project is finished, because what I heard, I believe they are going to commission it or open it in November 11, 2025. EMOA is going to create 600 plus job opportunity for people, and it's also going to create over 29,000 tourist job for people when that place is finally open. And I just pray that this administration can see to it that that place is really open and is met for its purpose. I just pray. These are what we are talking about. Imagine 600 plus people get job for EMOA, and also 29,000 plus people get tourist job from that same EMOA in Edo State. Imagine how it's going to help the economy of the state. So this is what we are talking about. We don't want to always hear Tinubu is giving us money. Tinubu is giving us money. We want to hear what is the state themselves producing. What is the state themselves generating? This is what we want to hear. What if federal government stop paying? What if federal government, just like the time of Buhari, that we were not seeing that money because of the subsidy that was there? What if they stop paying huge as they are paying now? What will happen? We want a state that will generate its own money. This is what we are talking about. A state that will not depend fully on federal allocations. We want a state that will depend on itself. The federal allocation will just be an extra. This was what Obaseki was doing. Obaseki make sure that the state produce for themselves. Federal allocation was just extra. It's important, very important. So you made a valid point, and we should think like that also. Talking about the Benin Mall also, that place is generating money for the state. I just want people to visit. I visited that place when I got to Benin. Cinema is there, ShopRite is there, gym is there, club is underneath. Then the library is there, eateries, different kind of eateries is there, boutique there. In fact, everything you can look for, you can even think of, is there, and that place is generating massive money for the state. This is what we are talking about. What we generate money, not only generate money, what we create job opportunity for people. That particular Binimo is creating, has given many jobs out to people. When Obaseki came and said he's going to create 200,000 jobs, he said it on live TV. It was like, how is he going to do it? How is he going to do it? But he did it. He did it because the man was thinking out of the bag. He did it. So thank you. If you see this post, please help me to share this post, like, comment, and also help me to also subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.